You're walking through a crowded street, hundreds of people pass by, and yet only a few notice the same tiny detail you just did. A flicker in someone's expression. A pattern in behavior. A hidden meaning behind ordinary words. Most people miss it completely. But some people don't. And if you're one of them, this might explain why your mind works so differently. There's a certain type of person who seems to live in the same world as everyone else, but experiences it on an entirely different level. They don't just see what's obvious. They pick up on what's subtle, what's unsaid, what's invisible to most. Psychology calls this heightened perception, but in real life, it often feels like a blessing and a burden at the same time. These individuals tend to have one powerful trait: pattern recognition. While others see random events, they see connections. While others hear words, they hear intention. Their brain is constantly linking small pieces of information into a bigger picture. It's not magic. It's the mind working at a deeper level, often without conscious effort. But here's the twist. This ability doesn't come from intelligence alone. It comes from attention. Most people move through life on autopilot. Their brain filters out 90% of what's happening around them to conserve energy. It focuses only on what's necessary. But people who see what others ignore, they don't filter as aggressively. They notice the micro expressions, the slight tone shifts, the inconsistencies between what someone says and what they actually feel. And over time, this builds something powerful: intuition. Not the mystical kind, but a trained, unconscious processing system. Their brain has seen so many patterns that it starts predicting outcomes before they happen. That's why these people often say things like, "I had a feeling," or "something didn't seem right." And more often than not, they're right. But here's where it gets complicated. Seeing more also means feeling more. When you notice what others ignore, you don't just see the beauty in small things, you also see the cracks, the hidden tensions in relationships, the fake smiles, the unspoken discomfort in a room. This can make social situations exhausting. While others are relaxed, you're analyzing. While others are enjoying the moment, you're reading between the lines. And sometimes, you wish you could just turn it off. Another fascinating trait of these individuals is their relationship with silence. They're comfortable with it. In fact, they often prefer it. Because silence isn't empty to them, it's full of information. It gives them space to observe, to process, to connect dots that others don't even realize exist. That's why they might seem distant or lost in thought. But in reality, their mind is incredibly active. Now, here's something most people don't realize. This ability often develops from experience, not just talent. People who grew up in unpredictable environments, or who had to read people carefully for emotional safety, tend to develop this heightened awareness. Their brain learned early on that small details matter, that survival depends on noticing what others miss. Over time, this becomes a permanent lens through which they see the world. But there's a hidden danger here. Over-perception can lead to overthinking. When you constantly analyze everything, every word, every action, every pause, you can create meanings that aren't even there. You start connecting dots that don't actually belong together. And this can lead to anxiety, misinterpretation, and emotional exhaustion. So the real power isn't just in seeing more, it's in knowing what to focus on and what to let go. The most emotionally intelligent people aren't the ones who notice everything. They're the ones who can choose what deserves their attention. They understand that not every signal needs interpretation. Not every silence needs meaning. And that balance is what turns perception into wisdom. If you're someone who sees what others ignore, you're not strange. You're not overcomplicated. Your brain is simply tuned differently. You operate on a deeper frequency. But remember this, your ability to see more should not become a reason to carry more. You don't have to hold every detail. You don't have to solve every hidden meaning. Sometimes, the healthiest thing you can do is step back and allow things to be simple. Because not everything hidden needs to be uncovered. And not everything you notice needs to be understood.